What is up, everybody? Welcome to the first podcast on this channel. I'm still not sure what I'm going to call it, but maybe I might have figured it out by the time this is uploaded, so maybe it's in the title or something. Yeah, this is going to be one of those scary podcasts series where I'm going to be talking about some of the scariest stories, personal stories, maybe stories that I find on the internet, cryptids, urban legends, myths, stuff like that. And, the Halloween has already passed, but it's never not in the mood to talk about spooky stuff and stuff like that. So, yeah. So I have a little outline here of what I kind of want to talk about. I want to get into, personal stories, some Mexican, urban legends and stuff like that. For example, Duendes, aka elves in English. And then La Llorona, which is also, it's a lady in white type thing. But without further ado, let's get right into the podcast. So first off, I kind of want to the existence of the paranormal and evidence and whether I believe in it. So I have seen, I'm really into the whole scary videos and stuff like that. And honestly, I still don't know whether I believe in it, in the paranormal or ghosts and stuff like that entirely. I kind of want to believe, but I've never witnessed actual proof of ghosts. I've heard and felt I don't know about felt, but I've definitely experienced some stuff. But I feel I can explain those off rather easily as something, that has an actual logical explanation that isn't paranormal, ghosts or something like that. But who knows, maybe they were paranormal experiences. That is the thing. I kind of do want to believe in this thing, but I just never experienced anything compelling, at least. Another thing that I'm kind of curious as to is to how do you guys react to seeing or experiencing something paranormal, strange, or creepy that you just can't explain. Let's say you hear noises in the room next to you, in the next room of your house. How would you react to that? Would you go investigate? Would you get the heck out of your house? Or would you just stay sitting there in shock, or with whatever you're doing? Would you just stay there in shock? I think, me personally, I think I tend to go or lean more towards a fighting type of reflex, with the whole fight or flight thing. When it comes to unless it comes to actual I've never experienced the one where I kind of need to run away and stuff like that. But definitely for my reaction, whenever I hear something strange, maybe a little noise or something like that, or whenever I'm in bed or something, and I kind of feel I have this weird feeling that maybe somebody's watching me out in the darkness, on the outside of the bed. You see, I have a bunk bed, and I have half of it covered up with a blanket, the side, because I just don't want to see the outside. Not because I'm scared, but just because it's just comforting, And then the other side of the bed, it's just blocked off by the wall. My reaction is actually to move the blanket out of the way that's blocking that's covering the entrance, I guess, to the bed. And I take a quick peek, and I just don't see anything. Or maybe I'm in the kitchen, I hear something strange in the back room, entrance room, or whatever it's called, where there's the boiler and everything like that, but it's also an entrance. And my reaction is just to go check it out. Yeah, what do you guys do? Do you guys I also tend to go wanting to see something strange. For example, in Mexico, whenever I go over there on vacation or something, there's this one area that I think my grandpa owns, actually, and apparently it's haunted. It's like a cave, but it's kind of blocked off now. It used to be open, but it's blocked off now from I think it's a willow tree, like a dried up willow tree, and it's like massive. You can't really access it. Like you can't even see the entrance of the cave. But apparently there's like a bunch of like stories in there. There's like a treasure in there, and oh my god, like if you go in there, you're gonna end up in a different part of town or something like that. I don't really know. I don't know if I really believe in that, but that's what they say. And apparently, like, there's like a bunch of like paranormal crap in there going on there. Or I think when I was a kid, they used to say that the devil used to like rock in there, like rocking as in like a hammock or something like that. I'm guessing, or like a swing. I'm not really sure. Or like from a tree branch or something. I think I have that thing because I kind of just want to like see. Well, actually, I don't know. Like, I kind of want to see something spooky, but I kind of don't. Like, I feel like once I'm like in the presence of something scary, that I'm gonna like really fucking regret that. So I don't know. I kind of don't want to say that I'm actively looking for something scary to see, but I'm intrigued by the spooky, by the scary, the paranormal. So I guess intriguing is more the proper definition for my case, not more actively looking to see something. What about you guys? Do you guys want to see something scary? Do you believe in ghosts or the paranormal, poltergeist, or anything like that? Have you guys experienced anything scary? Leave it down in the comments below if you have, or if you haven't, or maybe like relatives or other people that you know, some of their stories. All right, the next section that I want to talk about is duendes, or elves in English. These are actually very famous in Mexico for some reason, but they are small creatures who, a lot of people just claim to have seen, especially when they're kids. So there's definitely that thing where do you really believe what a kid sees? Because, it could just be their active imagination and stuff like that. So, who knows? Maybe they're just prone to seeing, those creatures, more. Because, who's going to believe a kid? So, maybe the duendes are more we're safer to, come out when there's children around rather than adults. Because who's going to believe the kids? They're just going to say that it's their imagination. I have never seen duendes. Again, I haven't really experienced much paranormal stuff, but I have heard a few stories of people that I know who have seen them. Apparently, my cousin used to see them when he was a kid. And then in my grandma's house, she used to have a mini market, or not mini market, like a mini store, little convenience store, I guess, but it was small. And there, apparently, there's this spot. I don't know if it's still there actually, but there's this spot on the floor. It's kind of hollow in there. If you knock on it, it's kind of hollow. And I remember when I was a kid, they used to say that there was a duende underneath there, living in there, and that's why it was kind of hollow. And apparently, it would come out at night and get steal candy or whatever, which is actually their number one preference food to snack on or something like that. And yeah, usually they just cause a lot of mischief, knocking down objects or items going missing. And again, they have strong taste for candy or sugary items and junk food and stuff. I have seen that people videos and people who try to get rid of them, they usually bring them an offering with candies, food, or I'm not really sure if it's just candy and junk food, or if it's other type of food. But I do know that they give them some sort of offering to help or to keep them. I don't know if it's to completely get rid of them, or to just keep them happy so they don't continue doing their mischief and stuff like that, or causing harm or things like that. And then we also have, I don't know if these are actually if these would be considered the same entity duendes or elves, but we have pitufos, which are smurfs pretty much. The reason why I'm talking about these is because they're kind of I don't know, I feel they're kind of similar to the elves that I've been talking about. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be like real like like their own like creature, or if they're based off of like the whole like maybe you have like a toy. I don't know if it was like became like popular because of the Smurf toys that they would sell in Mexico, and maybe those toys, maybe they caught them moving or something like that, and that's why it became kind of popular there, that pitufos or Smurfs were like evil and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's why, or maybe because they're like just basing off. It just reminds me of the pitufos. I don't know. I've always just like been a little bit scared of like Smurfs, just in general. Like the little creatures on like the show are kind of adorable, but like I feel like if they were like in real life like creatures, they would be like really freaking terrifying. That's pretty much all I really found about duendes. Maybe I might look up more stuff in like future podcasts or episodes, I guess, talking about them a lot more in detail. But this one's just like a little quick thing that I just wanted to talk about for this first episode. So yeah, if you guys have ever experienced something like that, like duendes, or maybe some of your relatives have like told you stories about them experiencing something that have to do with like duendes, or maybe you might know more ways to like get rid of them that people use, maybe foods that they might use to like as like offerings and stuff like that. Comment them down below. The next one topic that I want to cover today is none other than the most famous urban legend. Is it considered an urban legend? It's a very popular legend in Mexico, and this is the one and only La Llorona. For those who don't know, La Llorona, or the Wailing Woman, I guess it would be translated to in English, or the Crying Woman maybe. She is pretty much a lady in white who goes down the streets of Mexico, and I've also heard that she's also in like Argentina or something like that, and like southern Texas, maybe California sometimes I've seen too. But basically she drowned her kids because she was in like a massive distress after her husband did a very bad deed, and she just couldn't take it, and she drowned her kids in a nearby river. I don't know if there's like an actual like set river that she drowned them in. I feel like there has, but I didn't really look that up. I kind of forgot. Yeah, she drowned her kids, and then she regretted it soon after, and she drowned herself. And now she's apparently roaming the streets of Mexico and all these other places. And there's actually many versions of this legend. The main one, or the most popular one that I've heard, it was a woman named Mary, I believe. And she was married to her husband. I don't really remember her husband's name, or if he even had one. But they were married, and they had kids together. And, apparently they were, like, really happy and stuff, and perfect life and everything like that. And then, one day, she found out that he had secretly been living another life with another woman, and he basically he cheated on her. She became very angry, so she took her kids, and she drowned them in the lake, or river, lake or river, I don't really know. And then she, like the previous story, she regretted it almost instantly, and she drowned herself as well, took her own life, and now she roams the streets. I have also heard another one. This one I heard from my aunt, actually, when I was a kid. I was like 13, 14 maybe. But it was pretty much a similar story, but when she, took her own life, God told her that she needed to bring back her children's, I think it was her children's bones or her children's bodies to him as like a, so that she can like rest in peace or something like that. But when she went back to Earth, she could no longer find her children's remains. And then she had the bright idea to bring him the remains of, I think it was pigs, to him. And maddened by her trying to trick God, he punished her by making her roam the streets, until she could find her children's actual remains. That's another version of it. And then there's another one that I actually find a little bit more interesting than the traditional story, just because I think it's more rooted into like the Hispanic or the Mexican culture with the Aztecs and everything like that. But she is also believed to be the Aztec goddess called, I'm probably gonna butcher this name, Cihuacoatl. I'm Mexican and I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. She was apparently one of the 8 prophecies that came prior to the fall of the Aztec Empire, before the Spanish or conquistadors came and fucked them all up. But yeah, apparently one day she just like appeared. Actually, no, hold on. I don't know if she one day just appeared out of nowhere, or if she was like a goddess like even before that. But I have also heard that she was also the goddess of childbirth, I think, or child labor or something like that. Apparently she came as one of the 8 prophecies, and she would go around crying, where will I take my children? Oh, no, wait. No, it wasn't that. It was, where will I take you, my children? Kind of like as a warning to like the Aztecs, saying, that where will I take you when the conquistadors come and raid you guys or whatever. But yeah, I kind of actually like that version because it's more like it's kind of more rooted into the whole Aztec culture and like just the roots of Mexico, I guess. Now I have never really heard her wails. I have seen, or I have heard about like even relatives that have heard her personally, and then I don't really know what her actual like wail is like. I've heard that she sounds kind of like a cat crying out. I kind of bit my tongue, but it's fine. Or if it's more like a moaning type of wail. And then there's also the whole thing where I don't know if she actually like says the famous cry of where are my children, or ay mis hijos. I don't know if she actually says that. And the videos that I've seen of her crying in those like videos on YouTube, I don't think any of them actually say that. So I don't know where that came from, or if she actually says that. I don't know. Like, I've just heard her wailing and stuff like that. But my brother says that he one time heard what sounded like a cat wailing, but it was like it was more intense than a cat, obviously. He told my aunt about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, that was like Llorona. That was definitely her." And then I don't know how many times she's actually heard it, my aunt. But the story that's kind of been ingrained in my memory is the one where she was in the living room. So in my grandma's house, she used to live there. The living room and the kitchen are like just like they're connected. There's like no like hallway or entrance way to like either side. It's just like connected entirely. But she was apparently sitting near the window, which was right next to like the street. And it was nighttime. I think it was like 12 or something like that, maybe 10. But she was sitting there, and I think she was like making I don't know what it's called, knickknacks or whatever, with the little like servilletas or something like that. Those Mexicans who know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Can you guys like correct me down in the comments? I don't know what it's called. Like, she was making like napkins with like the little needle thingies. I don't know what it's called, but she was basically doing that. And out of nowhere, she heard like literally right outside her window. Right outside the window. And it's like a massive window. I mean, it's not like big, but it's like pretty big. It's like at least like 5 feet, maybe 4 feet. No, that's like 5 feet, maybe 4.5 feet long, and about like 3 feet tall. She said that she heard the fucking Llorona wail right outside of it, right outside the window. She was like, "Oh nope, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. She turned off the lights and went into the next room where she would sleep with her kids. And yeah, I don't know if she went to sleep right away right after that, or if she still stayed up. Dude, if I would have heard that shit, I would have fucking shat my pants. And then another one is my cousin. She was, with her daughter. She was doing her homework. I don't remember what time it was. Maybe it was like 12 again, or maybe 1 or something like that. When she was in the room next to the kitchen, where they would sleep. And then she heard the Llorona, and she woke up her mom, and she was like, "Hey, I think I just heard the Llorona." I don't know how calm she was, but I probably would have been freaking out. I think my aunt went like, "Do you want me to go out and bring over the dogs over to the patio?" Because they were like locked up in like a different area, so that if you hear something, that you know it's just them. And she said yes, and so she went outside, and then she went to like get them from the other like land. I guess it would be. Quite honestly, I don't know why she would ever get out or go outside when she heard that, or when she told her that she had heard La Llorona. She is like one brave woman, dude. She's seen like a lot of stuff. Like my aunt, she's like experienced a little like paranormal stuff. So I'm guessing it just doesn't faze her. But it's just like, dude, I would have never gone outside. Like, even though I'm like I said, I tend to go check things out. But I'm guessing for me, it's more things that I don't know what they are, I guess. But like, if I ever heard like the Llorona, I'm not gonna go all fuck inside, because I know what that is. Like, I know not to fuck with that shit. Although I've always like wondered, what if one day like you heard La Llorona, and then you know, you called up your homies like, boop 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 boop. Yeah, I heard this. I heard the hoe now. Are you ready to set the plan in motion? So all your homies gathered up into like the area where she was. Maybe you looked outside and you saw her there, just chilling or whatever. And then you went out there and they just blasted a loud ass, like really hilarious music, like maybe the fucking Six Flags song, the like, what would happen? Would she like disappear? Would she like fucking murder everybody there? Would she curse everybody, or like would she just like jam along with them? Oh, another thing that I kind of forgot to mention. Apparently, if you hear her from far away, that actually means that she's close by. And if you hear her from close by, like near you, that means that she's actually far away. I don't know how accurate that is. Like, I don't know if that's actually like a real thing, or it's just something that people made up. But I've definitely heard that. And also that she's more likely to come out when it's raining at night, or when I don't know if it's only when it's raining, or if it rained that day. But that's definitely like something that I've heard. Me personally, I have never I've heard something that sounded like her, but I can't really say for sure that it was her. There are times when I'm just chilling in my room, or would have been chilling in my room, and you know, watching TV, or maybe using my computer or something like that. And then there is usually at the same time when dogs, sometimes it like varies, but it's usually like at 11, maybe 12, or 1 or something. And sometimes they do it multiple times, but sometimes you hear the dogs outside like just howling and stuff like that. And a few times I could have sworn within the howling, I could have sworn I heard like a woman wail. And then other times they were roosters who were singing almost at the exact same time, like at 12 or 1. And they would be singing, or like, you know, crying, or whatever that's called. And also within the wail, or like their the cries, I could also faintly make out a woman wailing. But I don't really think that's really compelling evidence, or like proof that I've definitely, or to say that I've definitely heard La Llorona, because it could have just been the howling of the dogs, or the crying of the roosters that just sounded like her. And again, like with the story of the Duendes, if you guys have like experiences, maybe personal experiences, or like relatives that have like seen or heard La Llorona, you know, comment them down below, share them. Let's go on to like other personal stories, or stories that I've from like relatives that I've been told. So this next one is mine, actually. and my aunt and one of my cousins when I went to Mexico with him. So I think I was maybe 12, 13, somewhere there. And it was nighttime. It was also like 11, maybe 12 at night. And me and my cousin, we were helping my aunt. And this is the same aunt from previous stories. We were helping her restock the store, sodas and other stuff. And the extra sodas, they were in another room that's kind of, it's attached to the store. Like there's like a doorway that you can go through to this like little, like it's actually kind of like a hallway thing. There's like an entrance through the streets, or from the street down to the patio, and then there's also an opening to the store area. But the store area entrance, it was blocked off, but I think it was shelves or some other stuff, and so she couldn't really go through there. She had to go make a little like loop thing through the outside of the store over to the outside of the entrance of the little hallway thing where she kept the extra storage. And she was almost finished. I think we were also helping her, but we were also, me and my cousin, we were trying to do this say this tongue twister. I believe it was when she had completely finished restocking, and she was about to close the storage room's door from the outside, and we were gonna go back inside through the store area. And from the distance, we kind of saw this white figure. To me, it kind of looked like a white, like a coyote type of thing, like a dog. To my aunt, I believe she said that she kind of saw that it had some sort of elephant ears. I don't know, I think it was, she said they were like horns, but it made it look like it had elephant ears. And I believe my cousin, he said that he saw it morphing between what I was seeing and what she was seeing. And my aunt, again, she has experienced a bunch of scary stuff, so she's not really fazed by a lot of stuff. But she said that when she saw that staring back at us, yeah, I feel this is strange. This is not something normal. So we went back inside after a while of staring at it. We were just talking about it, and then we went to bed. And then I don't know if she ever went to bed, if she went to bed after that as well, or if she stayed up for a while, or maybe she woke up later that night. And she said that she was in her mind, she was wondering what could that have been? I wonder what we just saw. And apparently she started hearing slamming. I don't know if it was on the second story, on the upper floor, or right outside the window. I don't remember which part of it was, but she was hearing slamming type of footsteps, or just slamming stuff. She immediately knew, oh, it's probably that entity that we just witnessed a while back, probably because I'm wondering what it could have been, and it's probably letting itself known. Basically what she did next, it was probably, I don't know if she cussed it out, or she was just hey, look, listen, I don't really want to know who you are anymore, or what you are, but leave me alone. Yeah, I think after that, the noises just stopped. So that's honestly really the only reason why I kind of believe that maybe that might have been something paranormal, and not just a random coyote that we probably just saw. Another story that I've been told, and these are a lot of these are take place in my grandma's house. It's just, apparently it's been it's really freaking haunted or something. This was one of my cousin's uncles or something like that. He was helping, I think one of my uncles bring up I think it was a couch, or it was some type of furniture up into the upstairs rooms. Apparently while they were carrying it inside of when they were upstairs now, carrying it into the rooms, that he felt a sort of a claw, a cold hand with really sharp nails or something, kind of just grab him by the side of, or the back of his just the back. He turned around and there was nobody there, that was it. That was pretty much the whole story. But yeah, this. And then another one was my cousins used to like say that when they were like alone one time, that they were hearing like footsteps, kind of like woman heels upstairs in the upstairs rooms, just footsteps, and that they were like they got like really freaking scared. And yeah, and then building onto that one, they also used to, I think one time my cousin, she slept at my grandma's house with another one of my cousins. They slept at the living room, which was connected to the kitchen at night. I don't know if they were awake. I think they were awake. They were hearing like pans and spoons, just like making a bunch of noise in the kitchen. I think one of them, she immediately like got up and like ran over to the other room, to the next room where my aunt was at. And the other one, she just stayed there like in bed. She was awake, but she like, I'm guessing she was just like so fucking scared that she like just couldn't move, and she basically just stayed there. Fucking, she like the other one, my other cousin, just left her there. And then in the store, they used to hear like things moving around, like chip bags, getting like crinkled, or other stuff, moving, or things getting grabbed. And a lot of the times they said that it was maybe the duende, or like the elf that was in there, that was possibly doing that. I actually also, only one time, I heard something moving, like a bag of chips or something, just like crinkle. I don't know if I heard it crinkle or moving or something like that. And I looked over there to the door, but I looked over, and I think my aunt saw me, and she was like, "Did you hear something over there?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's normal. That happens." Although recently, I don't think there's been like many stories or paranormal things that have happened there in that house. And I think it was mainly because I think they brought in a priest or something to get the house blessed and everything like that, or whatever. But apparently ever since then, they haven't really like experienced anything paranormal, which is weird. Definitely, like, you could definitely say that it's maybe just coincidence, or maybe just something logical. But is it really a coincidence that things just suddenly stopped happening after the house got blessed? Or maybe just something definitely was going on in there. Anyways, I think this is where I'm going to leave off the podcast. I definitely want to continue this thing because I actually kind of had a lot of fun. In future podcasts, I'm probably going to get like stories from like around the internet. Like stories maybe from like Reddit, or stories from popular urban legends, like maybe like Mothman, or cryptids, like skinwalkers, fucking, that might be interesting. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast or video, whatever you watched it on. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this on like podcast sites. Hope you guys enjoyed. Share it with your friends. Check out my other podcasts if I have more available by now. Check out my gaming channel called KaronSol. I'm gonna leave it down in the description below. Stay active for when I upload more podcasts, so subscribe and turn on notifications. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys, or talk to you guys later.